country that is closely related to Buddhist religions. The majority of the populations in Thailand are Buddhist and are engaged in activities such as going to temple. Although some of the activity seems non-relevant to Buddhism, people still do believe in these superstitions. An amulet is considered to be one of the superstitious beliefs since it has recently grown in popularity. Today, we will explore the topic of amulet in Thailand, what it is, what it meant for, compared to the perceptions that the society has today. Thai amulets or Krung Lang is an image of the sacred Buddha, which is worn on the person's neck. It is usually cast out of a mold or carved out of various materials. But the most common traditional ones are those manufactured from a mixture of many different ingredients, pressed in a mold and baked. Thai amulets can come in all different shapes, size, form, and thickness. They are largely manufactured by older Buddhist monks.
คือสมัยก่อนเนี่ยการสร้างรูปสัญลักษณ์อะไรต่างๆเนี่ยสมัยพระเจ้าไม่มีแต่เมื่อพุทธศาสนามาเจริญในสมัยของพญามิลินทะหรือเมนันเดอร์ในภาษากรีกเขาก็เลยจะสร้างอะไรดีเพราะว่ากรีกเนี่ยเขาเคารพสิ่งใดก็จะสร้างอย่างเช่นที่พระเจ้าต่างๆที่กรีกสร้างเช่นที่พระเจ้าซีอุสอะไรต่างๆที่เขาสร้างขึ้นก็เลยว่าจะต้องสร้างรูปพุทธเจ้าขึ้นเพื่อเป็นที่สักการะบูชาก็เลยเกิดการสร้างพุทธรูปครั้งแรกในสมัยมิลินทะต่อมาเมื่อประเทศหันมากับประเทศไทยเราเมื่อประเทศไทยเราหันมานับถือพุทธศาสนายอมรับว่าพุทธศาสนาเข้ามาในประเทศไทยแล้วการสร้างพุทธรูปก็ได้รับอิทธิพลจากนั้นมาด้วย
Prashin is the most traditional type of amulet in Thailand. It is very sustainable in terms of long-lasting age, and it is the most commonly manufactured and traded in the industry. In order to make a powerful amulet, it must not only consist of wood and grease, but also made by those who are experienced and skilled at casting spells. Before the process begins, all of the people involved in the process must be cleansed to show their respect and recognition to the previous monks and spirits. The first step in making a clay amulet is to mix all the ingredients thoroughly. The exact mixture of the ingredients is usually kept in secret. Afterwards, it is pressed onto a previously designed print, and the last and the most important step in making amulets is to cast spells. A group of very skilled and respected monks gather and cast spells in temples, where many Buddhists can be involved in watching and praying. The process of making an amulet in Thai culture is traditionally considered very sacred and delicate.
I never really believed in it. And if you ever see me wear an amulet, it's not for a specific reason. It's just because it looks pretty. Because I just wear, this is just lucky, right?
Amulets don't possess any real powers. Everything revolves around the law of karma. If we do evil deeds, no amulet can help us escape our fate. Amulets are for our peace of mind only.
Also collecting amulet, but not amulet of Thailand, amulet of Austria. The different churches, the different places, and a holy man. We have also much in Catholic. We have many Catholic holy, and they are also on this. With aluminium, they are from brass, from copper, and I collect this. And so I'm interested in the amulet here also, but I cannot read.
Chao pra is literally translated as borrowing an amulet. but it actually refers to as buying an amulet. It is a euphemism used to less offend the Buddhisms, since buying and selling with money is considered an immoral act for the religion.
I started the amulet business because I liked it. I studied the business and how it functioned for a while. After I had enough knowledge of what I was going to do, I finally opened my own amulet shop, which is now 30 years of age.
These amulets are from a pattern they buy from temples and also some ordinary people. I then buy from him and sell it off for some profits. They're a combination of real and fake here, but I can't clarify what is what. Most people who buy these as to collect, worship, or even as a souvenir for the family and friends.
The amulets that I trade benefits consumers in general. There are different groups of consumers who buy these amulets. They classify into 3 different groups: the wealthy, the believer, and the traders. Each group of these consumers has a different purpose, such as for profit, a sign of prosperity, or for purely religious beliefs.
The amulet is often worn around the person's neck. People wear amulets to protect themselves against disease, witchcraft, and accidents. The older the amulet is, the protective power increases as well. Some people say that wearing it is just to help with their remembrance of the Lord Buddha, to help them avoid sins in their daily life, because wearing it gives them a sense of Buddha being there with them, to remind them of the things to do and not to do. Over 3 years ago, one type of a particular amulet, Jatukam, gained a lot of attention from the media concerning its power and value. Jatukam is an amulet depicting an image of the Parnarai, a Hindu god, the emperor of the Southern Sea. It was created during the installations of the city pillar in Nakhon Tamaran. The amulet market is considered a large industry in Thailand. The amulet industry includes the manufacture of Buddha image, case, box, and neck chains, as well as advertising and the sale of books and magazines related to amulet. Back in 2002, the industry was worth 10 billion baht, and today it is worth more than 40 billion baht. In Thailand alone, there are at least 5,000 market stalls and shops. The traditional amulet market is located in areas such as Thap Prajan, Wat Mahathat, and Wat Ratchanada. Today we see amulet stalls and shops even in department stores. The market involves approximately 5 million people.
The philosophy behind the Buddhist religion is that it is founded on the basis of consciousness. An individual must consciously be awake and aware of the things in the environment, as well as their thoughts and actions. Amulets were originally made for this purpose, to remind the wearer of their consciousness. Having said that, there are those who still strongly believe in superstitions. Sayasat refers to the black magic and the superstitious beliefs. It is often confused with Buddhism, but in fact, it is one of the beliefs of the Brahma religion. Black magic contradicts to the Buddhist philosophy in that it is founded on the basis of unconsciousness.
คนเนี่ยที่เอาพระเครื่องที่อาจจะเช่าตามวัดต่างๆไปห้อยอะไรต่างๆอาจจะไม่ได้นึกถึงพุทธเจ้าด้วยซ้ำไปคิดว่าพระเครื่องเป็นเพียงสิ่งของที่มาช่วยให้บรรลุบันดาลได้ลืมนึกถึงของพุทธคุณธรรมคุณนั้นคุณพระเจ้าด้วยซ้ำไปไม่ได้เป็นสื่อเรียกร้องคนก็หาธรรมะเลยเพราะว่ากลายเป็นว่าใครมีเงินก็ไปหามาได้พระเครื่องใช้เพื่อเป็นเครื่องมือแสวงหาลาภสักการะหรือเป็นพุทธนาภิษเต็มรูปแบบเลยโฆษณาตามหน้าที่พิมพ์เต็มรูปแบบเลยแล้วโฆษณาสรรพคุณพระเครื่องชนิดนี้ให้โลกให้โชคให้ลาภแบบนี้ไอ้อย่างเงี้ยถือว่าผิดหลักการพุทธศาสนาอย่างชัดเจนมากที่สุด
The purpose of having an amulet in Thai culture is for the protections against the harmful things in life. Amulets are made into the image of Buddha and are sold in a wide variety of prices. Buddhism does not promote a value materialism, but some of these amulets are sold in such an extraordinary expensive price. People in general should reflect back on the real purpose of having an amulet, while collectors may see it as a hobby or art. They should not forget the real purpose of having an amulet as well.